going to have.
This is Grace Smith, the Uncuffed living expert, based out of the DMV. But if you're tuned in, you're probably tuning in from all over the world. To you, I say welcome. Welcome back to Women Uncuffed. This is Caprice Smith, and I am here with the Blydens. We're going to learn so much about being in love, being married, doing it together, and really understanding why we shouldn't sacrifice so much. Our men, they are important, guys. Right. So listen up. Now, Tiana, you are such an acclaimed woman in business. Yeah. But I'm noticing, as we're going into 2017, that you're bringing your man in here. Tell me more about that.
Well, a lot of people were looking at my business from the outside and seeing all the success and writing books and authoring all this stuff. But what they didn't know was that my house was a mess. I wasn't taking care of my husband. I wasn't being a great mother. My kids used to cry every time I left out the door. But I was so busy being amazing to the world that I left my family behind. And God kind of like set me down for about a year or two. And he basically said, you know, you're going to stay right at this point. You're not going to achieve any more success if you don't learn how to minister at home first and then minister to people in the world. And so I took a step back, and my husband and I, one thing about us, we both share, we both want to be successful, we both want to change the world. And what better way to do that than to include him in your business? And it's been amazing. I mean, I feel like he has been the missing component this entire time.
I love it. Including him. That is so big. Because a lot of single women even, they're wondering why their mate won't show up or hasn't shown up yet. And maybe it's because they don't have time for him.
Right.
So, David, how did that shift feel?
The shift definitely felt better once I started seeing the change in her. I started seeing that she was trying. She was focusing on home. She was focusing on the kids. Guys are built a little different than women as far as how we express ourselves. And sometimes if a guy opens his mouth to express anything, to his wife or to his spouse, it's because it's already been weighing on him for a while. Mm-hmm. And so it's definitely good to see. It was great to see the shift when she started paying attention to the things that I was talking about, and it really brought us closer together.
Hello, this is Caprice Smith, your Uncuffed living expert, and I'm stopping through today to remind you guys that if you're not living uncuffed, you are just not living, and your clients will know. I will periodically give you tips on ways to live uncuffed in your life and business. Today's tip focuses on your yeses and your nos. And why is this such a hot topic? Because a lot of times we say yes to things that we never even want to do in the first place because we are afraid of the no's. We're afraid to upset people or hold our boundaries tight because those people may not invest in us or become our clients. And I am telling you to celebrate your no's. They create opportunities for your yeses to show up. Eliminate those negative emotions that come up and that big gulp in your throat that shows up when you have to say no, and stand firm, shoulders back. Hey, listen, your time is valuable. Your efforts are very noteworthy, and you deserve to earn for your time and your ideas and the things that you're investing. You deserve to get that investment back 10 times fold. So if you are a woman in business and you're figuring things out on your own, I have been there, but things will really change for you when you invest in a serious coach. I invested in a high level in coach, and that is the first time in my life that I noticed a big, big difference in my business, and things have not stopped. I have since then transitioned myself into the Uncuffed living expert, and I work with strong, empowered women every single day. And I'm not saying that you don't have a lot of information. I'm just saying I have a recipe that works. So you want to connect with me. Hey, until next time, please visit capricesmith.com.
The highly anticipated Miss and Mrs. Corporate America pageant is right around the corner, and you can be part of the 10th annual competition that empowers professional women. We invite Miss, Mrs., and teen contestants to apply for this opportunity to build lifelong friendships, participate in speaking and networking opportunities, receive national exposure and visibility for your business, and promote your own personal community platform. This is the chance to be seen and heard by thousands of key business leaders and influencers. To become a contestant of the 2017 Miss and Mrs. Corporate America pageant, contact us at 855-622-2769 or email us at info@mscorporateamerica.com. Deadline to apply is January 1st. We'll see you March 2nd through the 4th in Orlando, Florida.
Of Women Uncuffed TV. Listen, in 2017, I have some amazing shows lined up. I am going to bring you BFF drama. I'm going to bring you broke bank account drama. I'm going to bring you more of the relationship stuff. I'm going to bring you things that's going to uncuff you in your life and in your business, because I truly believe that if you're not living uncuffed, you're just not living. And the people that you're trying to fake, they're going to already know. So listen, put down those boundaries, break down anything that's holding you back, and just invite us in. We are showing Women Uncuffed TV every Tuesday at noon Eastern Standard Time. And as always, if you'd like to be a sponsor or a guest, please visit CapriSmith.com. All the keys to living uncuffed. The first is to honor your uniqueness, and that simply means just be yourself. Be yourself. So many people in business are not themselves and try to be someone else, and what happens is they lose the message. The message gets lost in trying to be someone else. So I suggest be yourself. If you speak with a dialect tongue and an accent, go for it. If you have curly hair rather than straight, go for it. If you like to be very professional and stiff, go for it. Don't try to be someone else. The second is to serve your community. Now, you can go very far, but it won't be enough when you get there unless you're serving your community. And by community, I mean inner and outer community. Your inner community are the people that you can put hands on, you can directly touch with your message. You can maybe give a couple of dollars if they need money. You can give them motivation if they need motivation. You give them a shoulder to lean on if that's what they need. Whatever they need that you can immediately fulfill, go for it. Your outer community are the people that your legacy is going to touch. And that's why it's so important for number one to honor your uniqueness, because you can't touch with your legacy if you're not building it. If you take your legacy with you, guess what? No one benefited from it. All of your life lessons, your whole story, all of your do's and don'ts, all of your little recipes for success and happiness, they go with you. So it's important to build your legacy so you can serve your community. The third is to forgive. I truly believe in forgive because it's a very difficult thing to do. Now, you guys know what I mean. You ever been in traffic and someone has cut you off, and that angry feeling that you feel like you just want to catch up to them and flip them the bird? Well, I know that feeling. I've been working on it. Now, what I want you guys to do is to think about what that feels like in that moment. What happens is we learn to train ourselves that that angry feeling does not chase us in other instances in life. When people wrong us, when they lie on us, when we feel like they've done us wrong, or we feel like they've attacked us in some way. Let me just tell you, people are doing the best they can do. Be gentle and kind with them. Forgive them, because one day you're going to need to be forgiven. So forgive them. The next thing I want you to do is to stretch yourself. And what does that mean? Does that mean go out and do yoga or ballet? Sure, if that's what it takes for you. But for me, it meant write my book, my first one, Uncuffed, Behind My Smile. And then it meant to connect with other strong, empowered women in business. Led me to my book series, Keys to Living Uncuffed, Women in Business. And the next thing I want you to do is to, after you honor your uniqueness and you serve your community, or you're serving your community, it's an ongoing thing, and you are forgiving people left and right because you want to be forgiven, you're creating that empty space for all good things to come in. After you've done that and you stretch yourself beyond belief, I want you to remember that the last and most important key, and I want you guys to see if you can take a guess at it. So, you guessed it. Exactly. I got a whistle on that one. Complete the self-work. The importance of completing the self-work is that you discover what your recipe for success and happiness is. You understand what it is you've done that works that maybe you should share with someone else. But you never get to that point if you don't complete the self-work. Again, you can't tell your story, live your life, build your legacy if you're not completing your self-work. I posted the other day, you can't get full by eating off someone else's plate. You can't adopt their blessings. You can't adopt their message. You can't live their life. You have to choose your own path. In fact, your path's been designated strictly for you. No one else can live your path. So until you live it, it's empty. It's blank. And you can't live it bogged down with things that are holding you back and pressing you forward because you think the whole world is judging you by them. Let that stuff go. Complete the self-work. Get a counselor, get a mentor. If you're a woman in business, stop trying to do it all on your own. Get a business coach. Learn from the experts in the field, whatever your field is, and get it going. Every single day you fail to get it going is a day that you risk never getting it going. Because we never know what may happen in life that will truly prevent us from doing the things that we're slated to do. So I choose to live every day uncuffed, and I invite you to join me, because if you're not living uncuffed, you're just not living, and your clients will know. So until the next time I scope, which may be in a few minutes, if this one went well, I have to check it out, I invite you just to follow and connect with me. It's all about the connections you make. Follow me on Twitter, Caprice Lives Uncuffed, Facebook, Caprice Smith, or if you forget all those, go to capricesmith.com. And if that doesn't work, remember, I am Miss Corporate America Ambassador 2015 and Miss Corporate America 2014. So I'm all over the net. You can find me anywhere. Till next time, have an awesome day.
Welcome to Women Uncuffed, where we are bringing you the undeniable, unforgettable, unusual, unapologetic Women Uncuffed. I have the honor and privilege of interviewing the woman, the queen herself, the woman that brings so much light to the DMV, shining the spotlight on all of these amazing people. I feel special to have you here today and get the up close and personal about how you are a phenomenal woman. Dr. Chantel Teasdale, she's founded many organizations that have just shined the spotlight in our area, and I'm very privileged to have her here today. So I welcome you. Welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Absolutely. I'm glad to have you here. So tell the audience, what drove you to start your organization?
Well, it was a vision from God. I said I wanted to start doing something to really set a platform for us to pause and actually recognize and honor not just the underprivileged or women that are in need, but those women that are actually out here every day grinding. So I wanted an opportunity to just pause and just make it their day.
Awesome.
Let them be honored, and that's how it all got started. I said, okay, God, are you sure I'm the one for this task? But I've enjoyed the ride. I've enjoyed the journey. I don't regret it, and I love every penny that's spent on it.
We're going to talk about some pennies in a minute.
All
you can
right.
keep that. You're going to be doing a lot of talking. So I'd like to talk a little bit right now about what motivated. I know you got a calling from God. We always get messages and signs about our purpose and what we should be doing. We don't always listen.
Right.
So what was that moment for you that made you stop and pay attention?
Well, I think it was I had the time. You know, a lot of times we don't do things because we don't have the time. But at the time, you know, we were doing a lot of consulting, a lot of subcontracting, and it was just the right time. I had just finished a large assignment for a client, and was, you know, kind of on my break, when I thought it was in the summer vacation, you know, getting the kids ready to go back to school, and this is when God gave this to me. And so I had time to really do the groundwork. And, you know, and so I think because I had the time, and I jumped right up on it right then, I didn't mind doing it. But if I was busy going to a 9 to 5 and said, oh, I'll get to it later, I probably may not have done it.
Now, you have time. You have a family. You have a husband. You have kids. Now, wait a minute. And you have time to do not one phenomenal, but like 5 different. Now, tell me about that. I need to know more about your timing.
Well, when I say I have time, my mind wasn't focused on the priority of a 9 to 5 at that time.
Excellent.
And I don't consider my husband or my kids a job or a task. That's a part of my life. So when I'm doing things for them, I do it with ease. I'm not stressed. It's easy. You know, that's kind of my relaxation, really.
Awesome.
Doing things for them. So this Metro Phenomenal Women, which was the first give back that we did out of the 6 that I named, it became my 9 to 5.
Okay.
Which ended up, you know, it's not 9 to 5.
Oh, yeah.
It's 9.
It's 12 noon to 12 midnight.
Oh, yeah.
12, 4 a.m. Yes,
but
I
that
understand.
became my full-time job.
Excellent.
Because, you know, putting any event, a new project, and a new endeavor together
it's full-time.
Oh, it has its challenges. Yes.
It does. But it's all love and enjoyable.
Love it, love it. You're tuned into Women Uncuffed, and we'll be right back. You're going to fall in love with Dr. Tisdale, just like we all have in the DMV. We'll be right back. Oh, this is us taking a pause. So you touch up anything? You good? You look good? You look fabulous?
I
Okay.
think so,
Okay,
yeah.
all right. I did want to turn the light back on so that the lighting look just a little different. And then when we come back, we're going to get into, what was that one thing? Oh, the non-support, what we talking about?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay.
You got some pictures on? No.
Yeah. Did you? Okay. You know, Dr.
Thank
Tisdale said.
You're back. You about 50-something%.
Oh, my
I got the
Lord.
charge in the car.
You can take pictures of us. I don't even want no pictures of me working. But you don't have to. You can relax.
Yeah, you can just chill out.
Oh, I am.
Oh, I can't do it. And welcome back. You're tuned into Women Uncuffed, only on the Women Broadcast Television Network. This is Caprice Smith, of course, the Uncuffed Living Expert, and I'm just having a ball here. Anytime I get to hang out with amazing women, I get excited. So welcome back. Now, before we took a break, we were talking about starting up things, and when it's your calling, it works, it matches.
It does.
But we also touched on, especially off screen, about how it's not always supported initially.
Yes.
And even during the long haul.
Yes.
So can you talk to maybe someone who is a little afraid about following their calling? They don't know what to expect. Can you tell them what to expect and maybe some challenges you faced?
Absolutely. Well, number one is rejection.
Mm-hmm.
Even reaching out, you would think that because you're going to honor a person, they don't have to pay to come to the event, they're going to get some type of reward, they're going to get a meal. You would think that, hey, this is easy street, people are going to respond right back. That's not the case many, many times, especially for the very first one. We did the inaugural kickoff for when we honored 100 women in D.C. last year.
Mm-hmm.
No, we probably heard back from 15 of the 100 women the week of the event.
Oh, wow.
And, that becomes frustrating, and that trickles down because that means even my
This is Caprice Smith, Mrs. Corporate America, and I'd like to share a few special moments with you. Looking back on this monumental journey, I could not have imagined how my life would be forever changed. There's so much to celebrate and share, but there's just not enough minutes in this hour. For me to share them all would take another year of me as queen, and I'm fully up for the job, but I've been told I have to pass along the crown. As I served, I realized the crown was not just a beautiful jewel on my head. It was weighted with the responsibility of shining the spotlight on women in business. I represented women everywhere, mothers, wives, corporate leaders, and entrepreneurs. Dream chasers. I stand as proof that dreams do come true. Throughout this year, I've learned to dream bigger. I take each day as an opportunity to show the world what Miss Corporate America really means. My MCA family watched me transform, and I never looked back. I knew the world was watching, wondering what magical thing would happen next. I became a public figure overnight, a role model, and gained many sisters. I could not have taken this journey alone, so I must send gratitude. I give a heartfelt thanks to my God for his favor. I hold true to your Bible verse that he who began a good work in you will be faithful to complete it. The many friends, my BFF, and family members who helped me embrace the crown and experience some of the highest highs with me throughout this year. I thank my 4 sons who were transformed instantly into photographers and videographers. They never once complained about having to take so many pictures to document the journey. Well, at least they never complained publicly because I always privately promised them surprises. In particular, Tone, your words of encouragement were everything. I really enjoyed our conversations over pizza. You are incredible, and MCA is lucky to have you. My coach, Adrian Carver, you rock.
And Anissa King, your dedication to empowering women and for being obedient to your purpose is just amazing. You build dreams and hope. Thank you. Shauna, you are the best mentor. You kept me straight. And Jessica, I love to wear your handcrafted pearls. Thank you. But I would be remiss if I did not mention the biggest supporter, the person I call Mr. Corporate America, my king. I love you, honey. Without you, this journey would not have been as much fun. Thank you for pushing your preference for privacy to the back and allowing me to live out my journey publicly. You will forever be my Uncuffed king. The opportunities that MCA created are unmeasurable. As Mrs. Corporate America, I dine with kings and queens at the African Embassy in Washington, D.C., our nation's capital. I've appeared on the Dr. Oz show as his assistant. I've been interviewed on television on Fox 45 and Channel 13. I've also attended live tapings of The Wendy Williams Show, The Katie Show, and Kelly and Michael. I sat on the front row on the Chew as a taster, and I was even invited back as a guest. I've been a keynote speaker and presenter at many women conferences, namely the Baltimore County Commission for Women and Women Entrepreneurs Empowerment Conference in PG County in Maryland. And I was showcased in the Pennsylvania Chamber of Commerce Parade, as well as the Mayor's Christmas Day Parade in my hometown, Baltimore, Maryland. Everyone celebrated Mrs. Corporate America. I've even made a cameo in the gubernatorial campaign video. My media appearances span globally as I was interviewed by African and Vietnamese television shows. iHeartRadio, Maybe Help You Radio, and over 20 other radio networks. It was so much fun. My MCA family gifted me with front row seats to Mrs. America pageant with chocolates, spa days, flowers, professional photo shoots, professional marketing material, and a holiday CD. The surprises never ended. I seemed spoiled, and I really enjoyed my time as Mrs. Corporate America. However, I also gained a lot of personal development.
Uncuffed Living Expert, and I am stopping through to remind you to make today the day you honor your uniqueness. And that simply means that you live each day out loud as if it were your last. You leave your legacy, you build your memories, you enjoy your family, you enjoy your life. Life is awesome, life is beautiful, the sun is shining. What could be wrong? Until next time, have an awesome day. This is Caprice Smith, the Uncuffed Living Expert, and you've just watched Women Uncuffed. To be a sponsor and or guest, please visit capricesmith.com. I leave you today with Philippians 1:6. He who began a good work in you will be faithful to complete it. The work has begun. Enable me to help you complete it by uncuffing you. Until next time, make it an amazing day.